I want you so bad, it's making me mad. I want
14 crunchy layers, creamy cheese. Malkist can't resist.
Director General of Police, DGP, R Bishnoi, on 25th July, informed that the attack on Chief Minister's meeting with Achik leaders at CMO Tura on 24th July was pre-planned and the conspirators will not be spared. The persons or groups involved in creating violence at CMO Tura have been identified and they will soon be behind the bars, Bishnoi said. He informed that extra forces have been deployed to arrest the conspirators and also monitor the law and order situation in the area.
Yesterday's unfortunate incident at Dakopgiri, Tura, where the Honorable CM was holding meeting at mini secretariat with 18 number of representatives from the various NGOs, namely your Achik Conscious, Holistically Integrated CRIMA, All India Garo Union, All Achik Youth Forum, All Achik Youth Welfare Society, Garo State Movement Council, New Tura Development Forum, United Garo People's Forum. Other than these NGOs, one senior citizens from Tura, one church representative from Tura, one research scholar of the Garo community, and one the advocate from the Garo NGOs. The total 18 number of persons, they were holding meeting with the Honorable Chief Minister at mini secretariat office in Tura. The meeting started at 3:15 p.m. and it continued till 5:45 p.m. It was a long marathon meeting where the discussions were basically concentrated on the demands by the various NGOs in general and two demands in specific. First, the winter capital at Tura, and secondly, the implementations of reservations of the roster policy with retrospective effect. So most of the NGOs, they were discussing in a very, very peaceful ambience. So when the meeting was about to over, then suddenly the crowd started shouting slogans outside the mini secretariats. So Honorable Chief Minister sent certain NGO members outside the mini secretariat office to convince the crowd and not to create scene there. But the crowd became more violent and they instantly started pelting stones on police personnel, on vehicles, on the buildings, and the NGO members, they went inside and they briefed the Honorable Chief Minister. They also categorically told Honorable Chief Minister that the youth, many youth, they were not the part of their NGOs. They appeared first time at the hunger strike site and they were never a part of any discussions, and the NGOs, they never recognized such youths. So they came first time on the sites and immediately they created scene there. So after that, the police tried to convince them. They became more violent and after that police resorted to mild lathi charge, and when the crowd did not budge, then ultimately the police fired the few tear smoke cells. And after a great, the actions, ultimately the crowd dispersed after 2 hours. For 2 hours, the crowd, initially they dispersed, formed small groups in the nearby hillocks and they started pelting stones intermittently. Because of that, it continued for almost 2 hours. So in the whole actions, we had during the post-incident investigation stage, the Tura police, they found that it was the pre-planned conspiracy to attack Honorable Chief Minister and to damage him physically. Why they are saying like this? Because they gathered clinching evidence that money was distributed on 23rd July to some of the youths to create the scene violence there on the sites. Secondly, on the 23rd July, the many bottles of liquors were distributed to the youth, and the many youth, they came with the plastic jerrycans full of the kerosene along with matchboxes and the lighters, and many stones were lying there, and the tent were pitched, so that is why the bamboos were also available. And on the sports, they started giving inciting speeches where the Honorable Chief Minister was abused and threatened. And they provoked the crowd to cause physical damage to Honorable Chief Minister, and even they insisted that we can go for the extreme step like murder, etc. So these kinds of the actions of the violent youth indicated that it was a pre-planned conspiracy to cause physical damage to Honorable Chief Ministers. The police maintained restraints for a couple of hours, and even knowing that they are causing huge damage to our vehicles, police did not decide to go for firing to avoid the casualty of the other peaceful youth who were there and taking part in the agitation. You know the total, the 21 number of the vehicles got damaged. The 4 vehicles set on the fires. Out of 4, 2 were completely burnt. One was Gypsy and the second was the Bolero police vehicles. And the 17 vehicles got damaged by pelting stones. Either the glass panes were broken or the body parts of the vehicles were damaged. Out of the 17 vehicles damaged, 5 unfortunately belonged to the Honorable Chief Minister Karkek. The vehicles were parked inside the mini secretariat. The MLA, the William Nagar MLA was also broken, was also damaged. The Deputy Secretary of Honorable Chief Minister vehicle was also targeted and partially damaged. 2 civil department vehicles were damaged. 4 Meghalaya police vehicles were damaged. 1 ambulance, the ambulance which was carrying the injured police personnel to civil hospital Tura was also targeted, and the side window glass panes were broken, and other than that 3 private vehicles were partially damaged. So total 18 persons got injured. The 10 Meghalaya police personnel, 8 male and 2 females. The 1 home guard, the lady home guard was also injured, and the 7 CRPF police personnel also got physical injuries. So in total, the total 18 personnel got injured. After the incident, rescued the Honorable Chief Minister, and the Honorable Chief Minister went to his residence, and he appealed all the citizens to maintain peace and calm. So total, yesterday night, the police whole night conducted a massive search after identifications of the accused. With the help of the video footage given by the press reporter, we have identified total 26 numbers of the culprits who indulged in unprovoked violence, and then total 19 number of the accused so far arrested. Out of 19, the 17 are female and 2 are the male accused. We also identified one of the main conspirator, Salseng R Marak, who was earlier police, I think RC, and in 2012 he was dismissed from the service for prolonged absence, and he now has affiliations with some political party because he tried to contest elections, MDC elections from the CJU of the South Garoil districts. So now situation is under fully control, and I categorically state here that we will not spare anyone, whoever indulged in the violence and tried to cause damage to the vehicles of government officials and also try to attack the Chief Minister. They will not be spared, and they will be behind the bars soon. Police is on hunt for most of the conspirators. They have been identified, and the police is conducting consistently raid since last night. We have deployed extra forces there, and I have sent the IGP Law and Order to camp there and monitor the whole situation. So now situation is under fully control, and the CRPF and the 2nd Meghalaya Police Battalion personnel are deployed. We have registered a case. The complaint was lodged by the Meghalaya Civil Service officer, Mr. Dapling D. Sangma, and on the basis of he was duty magistrate, on the basis of his complaint, we have registered a case, that is RI Mike Police Station case number 16/23, under various sections of IPC. We have also applied the section of the Meghalaya Maintenance Public Order Act 2010 and the PDPP Act, that is the Prevention of Damage to Public Property Act 1984. And other than that, we have seized substantial numbers of the incriminating materials from the place of occurrence that indicates that the whole incident was pre-planned and conspiracy was hatched to attack Honorable Chief Minister and cause physical damage to him. So far we have seized tons of stones, pebbles from the PO and 50 numbers of the bamboos used as sticks to beat up the police personnel. We have seized 20 number of catapults and we have seized 1 jerrycan full of kerosene oil, and we have also seized 25 number of alcohol bottles from the spot, including 2 lighters, 12 number of matchboxes and 25 number of half-burnt matchsticks. So that itself indicates that the whole incident was pre-planned and the conspiracy was hatched to attack Honorable Chief Minister and cause damage. Once again, I reiterate that we will not spare anyone.